You are now listening to Ride With Me, the Flat Tire Podcast.
Thank you for listening to Ride With Me, episode 14. Today's date is August 1st, 2020, 9 a.m. Rabbit, bunny, for those of you that get it. You look confused.
I am confused.
Valentine in the morning, every first of the month, they start off the show by saying rabbit, bunny. That is the first thing you should say.
Okay.
At the beginning of the month, that's the first thing that should come out of your mouth for good luck.
Okay.
So, bunny, rabbit, for those of you that...
Bunny, rabbit?
Something like that.
All right. Well, tell me what it is.
For those of you that know the joke, or the phrase. Anyways, today I have my buddy Sergio. He's also one of the number one super fans for Valentine in the Morning. Sergio?
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
He wanted to be on the podcast today. Like, why not? Come on down. No one else is coming. I did reach out on Facebook. Everyone's
He was
welcome.
like, "Who wants to come out? Who wants to come out?"
And that's
crickets.
And that's what I told my. No, I have the guy on episode 9 wants to come back. I'm like, dude, I made the drive to you last time. Now you come to me.
Yeah.
I did ask who wanted to come, and I did tell my cousin last week after we're done recording that now my stress level goes up thinking of who I'm going to have next week. You know, next week. Like, after we're done, after I post this episode, I'll be like, okay, who am I going to have on next week? Because the way I see it, I'm going to get my money's worth. I paid for this podcast thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my money's worth. Now they were...
Welcome to showbiz.
Right? Get my money's worth.
Yeah.
Maybe Valentine's in the morning said that, hey, get your money back somehow.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to start off by a little story that happened to me on not this Friday, last Friday. So obviously, you know, I'm a beer salesman.
Mm-hmm.
I go to liquor stores and grocery stores on a daily basis. So last Friday, I pulled up to a liquor store. I had my window rolled down a little bit. And this guy walks up to me. Hey, man, you have 75 cents? I'm like, I don't really carry change, bud, but here I have 7 cents. What about $1? No, I don't carry cash. He goes, what about 20? No, I don't carry cash. And
He was working his way up. He was like,
yeah.
It's like, do you have something? No?
75 cents wasn't enough. $1
Right.
wasn't enough. The fact that I said I don't carry cash wasn't enough. Well, can you write a check? I'm like, dude, I'm not going to write you a check for $20.
It's like, it's 2020. Do you have a checkbook on you?
Right. So I'm not gonna write you a check for $20, dude. And he like, well, kind of like, I have the 7 cents. Oh, I don't want that. As I'm rolling my window up, and excuse my French, he says, fuck you then. I'm like, I'm rolling up my window because I'm about to get out of the car because I'm about to walk into the store. He has no idea why I'm getting out of the car. I get out of the car, the top of his lungs, screaming, Sheriff! Sheriff! Like I am about to kill him.
Jesus.
Sheriff! Sheriff! I couldn't stop laughing. That's it. I couldn't hold it in. I started laughing so hard. I'm walking one direction. He's walking the opposite direction. And we're at least maybe a football field apart from each other. And he's still yelling, Sheriff! Sheriff! Like...
Where's the sheriff?
I'm not...
Like, do you see one?
There is a police department...
Okay.
Like a block over. So... He knew what he was doing. But so as I'm walking towards the store, there's a lady in her truck. I believe it was a red truck. She goes, what did Ralphie do to you? Don't sue me, Ralphie. Or I'm like, well, he's asking me for $1. Then he wanted $20. He wanted me to write a check. And then because I got out of my car, that's what you see. He goes, yeah, don't worry about him. He's a schizo. I'm like, that makes sense. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, cool. And you know, he's not gonna bash my windows, is he? And she's like, he might spray paint them. I'm like, what? She's I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Even she got me. And I walk into the store, and the owner of the store, what did Ralph do to you? I'm like, oh, everybody. So everyone knows this guy.
Yeah.
I didn't, but you know, I thought it was so funny to me, dude, that I couldn't wait. And I called my wife, and I called a couple coworkers. A coworker of mine that was on vacation. I didn't know who was on vacation. What's up, Juanito?
Like, dude, guess what just happened to me? Yeah. This is hilarious.
Juanito, guess what happened? And he's like, oh, what's up? And I told him he couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, I got to tell this on the podcast. The people that sometimes you deal with, and you don't even mean to deal with them. And I get it. It's a guy that walks around here sometimes without a shirt. I've seen that man go from light brown to dark brown. And I feel bad for the guy because he's homeless. And bumming change and smokes and stuff. One day he came up to my car. Hey, bud, do you have can you charge my phone? But now that I have the S10, my S10 doesn't charge the little phone that he had. Different outlet, different plug. I'm like, sorry, bud, I don't. And I try to show him I don't know his mental state. So I try to show him the plug. No, I believe you. So that's the guy that I feel bad for. And when I see him, I want to give him change, but I don't carry change.
Nobody carries change.
And now we have a coin
shortage. I was at the gas station last night, and I saw a sign. There's like, hey, there's a coin shortage, so if you come in and give us change and we'll exchange it for dollar bills, minimum $5. I'm like, okay, we'll give you a free coffee or a donut. And it's like,
well, today when I went to go buy donuts, because I tend to have donuts now for my guests, I asked the lady what's gonna make it an even dollar amount, and she's like, oh well, like maybe like 6 donuts. All right, that's fine. I'll take the 6. My kids are inside, so I'll give them a donut. But she's like, but we don't have a coin shortage. I'm like, oh, okay, just making sure. Because if I don't have to pay with debit, I'm not going to pay debit.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, okay. No. It's cool. So, all right, cool. It is what it is. But anyways, now.
So here's what I'm thinking. Next time Ralphie comes up to you, be like, hey, I got Venmo. You got a card reader? You got a chip reader? Right. Apple Pay? I got you. No, Samsung Pay. I got you.
But here's the thing, bro. I give my kids a $10 allowance only. I'm not going to give this guy $20. And my kids work for it, dude. They go pick up dog poop. They're pulling out weeds and they're doing whatever they got to do to earn those $10. I give them $10 every paycheck, so it's still $20 a month. I'm not going to give this guy freaking $20 just because he wanted $20.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell are you? Anyways, it is what it is. Whatever. Let's deal with those crazies later. But I feel bad for them. They need help, and I have family member in the household, not in the house, I'm sorry, family member that, took a long time to realize that they needed help. They got help, and now they're doing a lot better.
Yeah.
So, Sergio, I met you at one of the
Six Flags
Takeover 2019. It was, I believe, May
of 2019. Yep.
And you and Woodenhead Ed.
Yep.
Hanging out, and then we all kind of hang out at the corner, at the back towards the little kiddie area, I believe. I believe we were watching Eric's kids. Just have fun.
Well, it was like near the end of the night we were leaving, because I don't think we met at the beginning. Because me and Wood had I don't even know how to recognize him. I showed up to Six Flags. I was like, I won tickets through I think it was Battle of the Sexes.
Okay.
And they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna come to Six Flags. There's meet and greet, and you get the special VIP tickets to where not only you just enter the park, but you actually come hang out with us. I'm like, oh crap, all right, because this is probably my second time I'd won, but the first time I won was like 3 years ago. Yeah, and I got tickets to Annie. It was something, and I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, I went to Six Flags, and I was like, I got 4 tickets, and I'm like texting my friend, I was like, hey, who wants to go to Six Flags tonight? Nobody, like. Last minute, it's like, hey, come down to Six Flags. It's like, nope. All right, screw it. I was debating, like, do I want to go by myself? I mean, like, do you go by yourself? I was like, you know what? It's 2019. I don't care. I mean, I used to think, like, I needed to be with friends. Like, hey, let's go hang out. It's like, I have found myself happy in my own company. Yeah. I go out to eat by myself. I'll go out to a movie theater by myself.
Dude, I used to go watch movies by myself all the time.
Yeah, and it's like...
Until Google said it was pathetic.
Well, I don't... Screw Google. I don't care. It's like, what are you going to go with? The only reason you'd go with... I think, is when you go with a group of people or friends, obviously, you have somebody to talk to about it afterwards.
Of course.
Otherwise, you're not talking to them in the movie theater. No. You're watching the movie, and yeah, you have somebody to banter with afterwards. Say, oh my god, did you see that? Oh my god, that was hilarious. Yeah. But other than that, it's like, so I was debating whether or not to go by myself, and I told my friend that she's my best friend. She lives in Vegas, and she was like, just go. Just go. It's like, you're gonna go. You're gonna have a blast. You're not even gonna think about the fact that you're going by yourself. I'm like, all right. So I get there, and I'm like early. I get to that restaurant that everybody was meeting for the meet and greet.
Rockets or Johnny Rockets or something, I believe.
Something like that. And I get in and nobody's there. I'm like,
no one.
Okay, guess I'm early, but I was on time.
Well, speaking of that, we got there so early as well that I spent about $150 having dinner there. That place was expensive. I was like, okay, free tickets. All right. I was gonna spend probably the $150 for entrance anyways. Yeah. So it is what it is. They're pretty good burgers.
So this was an evening affair, right? Like you
Yes.
show up around 6:00. I'm like, okay. And I'm driving up. I'm going, crap. I don't have any cash. Crap. Parking. Crap. So I'm like at a stoplight, and I'm like, okay. So I pull out my phone, and I'm looking at go online. Oh look, I can buy parking online.
Oh no!
I'm like, all right, cool. I got it. I got my parking. That's good. I show them the receipt. I pull up, and they're like, this way.
Yeah.
This way. I'm like, what's going on? This way, and just bypasses it. I'm like, really? I just
Yeah.
paid $20 for parking. I didn't even need it. Like they should put a cutoff. Like, oh, hey, it's 5:00. You don't need parking. But they're like, no. So
Special events. I learned.
Yeah.
See, I learned that during the last takeover, the Knott's Berry Farm takeover of 18.
Mm-hmm.
Which correction? Ed and I said we met in 17.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was 18. So I met Ed, Knott's Berry Farm takeover 18. And that day I learned that they let you in
Yeah.
because they closed the park for everybody except for the people that are pulling up. The people that are pulling up, they obviously know these are for the event. These are
Right.
for the event that's going on. So they pull over to the side. I learned that, like I said, the same thing. The first time going out there was like, okay, well, I'm gonna need babe, how much is the parking? Oh, like $20. Okay, blah blah blah. And this and that. And actually, no, I lie. No, Knott's Berry Farm did charge us to park.
Really?
They did. I take that back. Six Flags was free.
Yeah.
But I take that back. Yes, Knott's Berry Farm did charge us, I think, $12 to park.
Did you pay this last Christmas?
This last time I came, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think me and Ed, because that's right. Because
You guys walked.
No. So you come down to
Uber.
the pizza shop. You come down to the pizza shop.
Yeah.
Ed meets us there at the pizza shop. You guys go because obviously you drove, and then Ed and I take an Uber. And
Yeah.
say, hey, just pull us over. It's like, all right, cool. Me and him. Well, at the end he left early.
Yeah.
And he ended up walking back to the pizza shop.
That's right.
And then I was like, I'm not tired. It's on the date. I'm like, let's just walk back to the pizza shop.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
We'll talk about the pizza shop
Yeah.
later. But anyways, yeah, so you ended up paying $20.
I paid $20
when
for
you
parking.
didn't have to.
I didn't have to, and then I was like, "Do I even care about it?" I was like, "No, you know what? I don't care." So I'm walking up. I'm going, "Where the hell am I supposed to go?" Like I've never done this before. I've never won tickets for this. I thought I was gonna get like, something in the email or something,
Yeah.
and I'm messaging Jill or somebody. I'm like through Instagram because, by the way, this is how I've gotten Instagram like the last 2 years maybe.
Yeah.
Before that, I had no idea. So I followed Jill on Instagram, and I saw her story, and I'm like, oh my god, that's funny. And I replied to the message to her story, thinking, oh, it's gonna be posted. Everybody's gonna see my answer. That's why I'm like keeping it like not personal, basically. Say, hey, well, that's funny, but and all of a sudden I get a reply, but I'm going, oh, this is a private message. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then she's replying back. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, that she takes the time and talk to people.
They really do take the time to answer back. Like, look at the group chat we're all in.
Yeah.
Like, Valentine's active on that thing all the time, and he's like comments on, and then he even talks about our conversations on the air, even if it's just a conversation between Dylan and I.
Yeah.
Or a conversation between Dylan and Eric, or Dylan or yourself. Or,
Yeah.
He'll read them he'll talk about it on the air. I'm like, and I'm over here. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? What? Crickets. Oh, come on, guys.
No,
that was funny.
The picture that Valentine posted.
The screenshot.
No. Well, he sent a picture and it's like,
yeah.
hey, here's a candid shot, and he sent this to the group chat. I'm like, and you were like, oh, I'm gonna put this in the office. I'm like, I'm gonna do even better. I'm gonna put this on my lock screen phone.
My wallpaper. That was funny.
So she replies back, says, oh yeah, just go to the there's a will call at the front. I'm like, okay, go inside, get my tickets. They're like, just one. I'm like, yeah, I couldn't find anybody to go in. She's like, you know what, you go in there, just have a good time. Go into the restaurant, and they're like, oh, here you go, here's your wristband, and then here's a drink ticket. I'm like, oh, okay. Is it just you? I was like, yeah, well, I had 4 tickets, but it's just me. I'm like, can I get another drink ticket?
Can I get the 4 drink tickets?
They're like, yeah, sure, here you go. So, and I get there, and there's nobody there. They just put out the buffet, which is just veggies and wings.
Yeah.
And water and soda. And I'm just hanging out, and then I see Valentine comes in, Jill comes in, Kevin comes in, and like I said, I'm by myself. Everybody else is coming in with all their friends. And I just said, like, hey, do you guys mind if I sit here? It's like, no, dude, come on, plop down. It's like, what? Like, they're trying to say, hey, who are you?
Yeah.
Like, how would we remember you from? Like, what's something that we remember? And I was like, well, a while back you guys did I'm a Dum Dum.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine was saying, because they're promoting the whole the Toyota and the Mirai.
Yeah.
And my friend said, dude, did you know that they run on water? And for a split second, I literally thought the car ran on water, like on top, like a Jesus car, like it just ran on water. And then they're like, okay, that's pretty dumb. And then Valentine goes, well, actually, you're both dum-dums because it doesn't run on water, it emits water. So there you go. I'm like, okay.
That's Valentine for you.
Yep, thanks for that. But yeah, after that, we just hung out. Woodenhead Ed came in, and he was just hanging out by himself as well. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, I listen to you every now and then. I know who you are.
Yeah.
And tell him basically everything I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
And we just hang out. We end up going to Colossus or...
Yeah, you got, because Woodenhead Ed was with us for a little bit.
Yeah.
Hanging out with us, and I don't get on roller coasters.
Oh,
Those just scare the hell out of me. But my wife and, my daughter love them, so they're on all the roller coasters. I'm down here with, taking pictures with Lisa Fox, and I think John Peak.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great.
So I'm over here taking pictures with Lisa Fox, and John Peak walks in and stuff like that. I don't get on roller coasters. So then Woodenhead Ed, I believe, ended up going. He hung out with us for a little bit and went and got some roller coasters with the kids, and then he said, I'm gonna get on this one. And my wife and my daughter got on, I believe, Colossus as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where you guys connected, and then
we walked together to
Yeah.
Colossus, and I hadn't been there since they changed it. I'm used to Colossus, the two
Yeah.
roller coasters going up and down. I'm like, all right, cool, great. I get there, and it's like, well, this is different. And apparently it's just one track that you just go through it twice. And I'm going, okay.
Yeah.
And then it flips around, like, there's a loop. I'm like, all right.
I won't.
I haven't been on roller coasters in ages, and I was like, that was fun. And then
I did it one time, was to impress someone, and that was it. Never again. I what's it called? What's that? Deja vu. Made me sick.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I was like, okay, girl, I'm done. I'm done. We're still good friends, though.
There you go.
What do you call it? She also won like a Six Flags takeover back in like 2010.
Yeah.
And she had no one to go with her. And she said, you want to come with me? Yeah, I'll go with you, but I didn't want to, man. I didn't want to. So anyways, yeah, you end up hanging out with Woodenhead Ed, and then we catch up with you guys towards the end of the day.
Yeah, as we're leaving, or Woodenhead is heading out, and you guys are by the kids rides, and that's where I met you, and we started talking. It's like, oh yeah. After that, it was like, I don't even know how it kept going after that.
Yeah, it just
like, because I talked to Woodenhead Ed, and then I found you on Instagram, and then I think you guys kind of just folded me into it.
Yeah,
and I was like,
come on in, man.
And I think I'm one of the last ones that been there. Like,
yeah.
I think I'm the last one that got added. I mean, the guys know me. The Valentine, Jill, Kevin,
course,
they know me.
Course.
I don't have a nickname, and I'm fine with that. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, back to the nickname things. Everybody, like, it's funny again. I think I said this with Ed the day he was here. A nickname for me started because I got a flat tire.
Yeah.
And every time I would call in the show, after we talk about whatever we're talking about, I remind them, oh, I'm that flat tire guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I still have audios in my computer about those old episodes and where I talked and what called them up, whatever. And that's how it started. Just remind them who I was, and then the nicknames were created. And then Woodenhead Ed came in with a hat, and
yeah.
Erica has a Naked Juice Erica. So yes, it's like certain, like I told Rosanna, it's like your nickname is kind of like your profession or an event that happened.
How they remember you.
And they remember you. If they remember you by just your name, then congratulations. They just remember you by your name. That's good.
I always thought it was like, oh god, because every time I call in and it's like, oh, what do you like to do? I'm like, oh, I sing barbershop. It's like, oh, we got a barbershop singer. It's like a cappella. So they always want to have me singing. And so I figured, okay, that's going to catch on. I'm like, oh god, I hope they don't say singing Serge. I'm like, oh
yeah,
Val, if you listen to this, feel free, but I am not looking for a nickname. But if you do, that's fine.
Singing Serge.
No.
There we go. That's going to be the name of the episode.
Not sure if I'll sing, but
didn't they recently make you sing on the air?
They made me sing recently.
Battle of the Sexes.
Battle of the Sexes. I lost, and it's like, all right, Sergio, you're sending off. It's your, take it away. You want to sing something? Oh no. At the beginning, apparently I was competing against a musical teacher.
Okay.
So that's what I say, hey, Sergio, sing something. And I'm like, you're like stuck. Your phone's like, I don't know what to sing. So my mind blanked, and I just started singing the national anthem. And I was like, okay, that's what I got. And she's like, oh, no, that's good. That's great. So then we do the Battle of the Sexes. I lose. I can't remember the questions. And it's all right, Sergio, take it away. Now's your moment. And it's like, why don't you sing something else? And I'm like, and I had nothing. I was drawn. I'm like, oh crap! Like I get nervous. Like I perform in front of a couple of thousand people, but it's in a group. There's like 90 guys behind me always.
Well, to add to that, it is nerve wracking when you're on live air.
Yeah.
Like right now, I can stop and edit and repeat the same phrase because I'm going to edit the mistake. On live air, there is no mistake. There is no editing.
Yeah.
When I've been on the show, it's like the first time there, I said, my oldest daughter, Layla. And my daughter's like, I'm your only daughter. Because I was so nervous. Like
It's still true, though. It's still true, though.
I had no idea that Val was going to put me on the air, man.
Yeah.
So I was like, all I know is that there was the most funniest moments ever. Sing your song, man.
No, dude. So they were like, what are you singing? And it had, like, a couple days ago, Jill posted a video of, I guess it's Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
They had just done, because he does his little barbershop a cappella.
Yeah.
And they just did the Thong Song, which is Jill's favorite song.
I still remember that.
And all I could think of was, let me see that thong. And then they're like, whoa, Sergio, that's the best you can come up with? I'm like, that's the only thing that came to mind. And he's like, that's fine, but you don't have to start at that phrase. I mean, you could have started at the beginning. I'm like, I don't know the rest of the song. That's the only part of the song I know.
Dude, all I know is that was the funniest shit ever. Sorry about my language, but it's so funny. And after you're done singing, bro, the text chat with us, with the Instagram chat with everybody just started blowing up. It was amazing.
I was like, okay. So I've now made a point. I haven't called back since then. But I think I gotta have a little cue card saying, okay, what can I actually sing?
Or before you decide to call.
Before I decide to call, wait, hang on a second. If they ask me to sing, and this is gonna be awesome because I'm gonna have that list. I'm gonna say, okay, I can sing this or I can sing this.
Yeah.
Like classical, Sinatra, something good, or at least what I think would be good. And I bet you they're not even gonna say anything about the singing. They're gonna be like, you know what? No, this is Sergio. Let's just not ask him to sing again.
Right. That was the most funniest thing ever. So, now that we got the radio stuff out of the way, what is it that you do for a living? I mean, obviously, you were telling me you commuted for about an hour and a half when you get to work, and that's what got you stuck on the radio show.
Yeah.
I used to do the same thing. I used to drive hour and a half, and I used to drive to Santa Barbara, Goleta, and the station picked up over there. But what is it that you do for a living? I mean, let's get to know Sergio.
So I do tech support for restaurants. Whenever you go to a restaurant, you see the machines that they charge you or they ring you up. That's the POS software. That's what I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I got into that by some dumb luck.
Okay.
No, not dumb luck. I'm going to get a little real. And so about 2 years ago, late 2017, so at the end of 2017, I was working for a restaurant. I'd been working in the restaurant business for 15 years. And
I think that's around the same time that I've been eating at a restaurant.
Just 15 years? That's it?
Well,
well,
what I say, man.
Yeah.
If you listen to my podcast, look at the time frame, bro. Probably even less.
Yeah. But I have, I've been always working in a restaurant. And my last job was they took me from the restaurant aspect into the corporate side just because I was working for a restaurant that kind of fresh and new, but they weren't their operations as far as how they did some of the things was somewhat inefficient.
Right.
So I was like, okay, and hey, you're going to take over this section of the restaurant. You're doing catering. You're going to take orders. I'm like, all right, perfect. My previous job had, high-tech software to like, hey, take the order. Everything, you just punch it in the computer. This place, and I'm not going to say anything who it was, but they had a system that was just cut and paste, like type out everything, and I was going, okay, that's too much. So I took upon myself, created an Excel sheet, and basically said, okay, I'm gonna just redo my ordering I built the menu into my Excel sheet, and it's basically click, 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 drag, drop down, drop down.
How amazing
And
is Excel, man?
It's like, and I thought, and I kept developing it, I kept adjusting it, I kept adjusting it, and they're like, wait a minute, you did this? I'm like, yeah. And it's like, because like I hit a button on my spreadsheets,
Yeah.
and it creates a PDF, emails it to the customer, emails it to the store,
Right.
creates a list of what needs to be. Basically, I mimicked my
Right.
previous software, but I built it from scratch.
Excel is amazing, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I first got promoted to the Goleta area was, I believe it was like October of 14. I created the spreadsheet out of an Excel spreadsheet because we get paid on incentives and what your goals are for the month, and we're going to pay you out for this, get that, blah blah. Like last night I was recapping what I feel I'm going to get for next month's incentive.
Yes.
Right. So based on this, and so I started using this spreadsheet, and one day I had the VP of sales riding with me, and he was like, "What is that paper?" And I'm like, "Well, I, make this sheet out of Excel sheet spreadsheet, and it reminds me of. I look at it every time before I walk into a store. I know what I gotta sell. I know where what can I push, and what can I, display, whatever.
Like you pre-calculated what needs to be done so that you know
For the month.
ahead of time. Yeah.
So I created a spreadsheet for the entire team, and we would help each other out. We would meet every Tuesday at Jersey Mike's because for some reason my boy Scotty, rest in peace, my boy, I love you, always loved Jersey Mike's. His points were amazing. Hey, lunch is on me, bro. What, really? You have that much? You have that kind of cash?
Yeah.
No, I got free points.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, you hear so much. Anyways, when the VP of sales saw this sheet, and he's like, really? He took a glance at it. He checked it. Now, again, this is October of 2014. Till this day, they use a similar format.
Yeah.
Where they recap to the team, to the whole sales team, on where they're at on their incentives, where they're at on their displays, everything based on the sheet that the VP saw for a split second. He was like, wow. So now it gave, we didn't have to make one because they're providing it for us on a daily basis. So it helped us. Instead of going through your papers, you would look at your email every day and okay. So we're going on 6 years and they're still using it.
Nice.
Excel, amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And again, due to the fact that I didn't go to school, I never knew what Excel was.
I didn't.
My wife has been the perfect teacher. And she's like, you can use this form. I'm like, what is this? Oh my goodness. Every 3 months, I create one for my bills.
Yeah.
So which check is going to pay what bill?
Right.
Blah, 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 blah. Dude, when you look at my credit score, on time payments, excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was paying them like a couple of days before.
Yeah.
It's funny because I was talking to a different sales rep the other day, and it was like, isn't it funny how as adults we love to pay our bills? I paid it
on time. Yes.
I do it for credit score purposes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like as long as I can pay my bill, it's all good. Anyways, back to you, buddy.
But where was I at? So yeah,
the Excel
sheet, they got me up, and they're like, "Oh, hey, do you want to come up and work at the corporate office? We're gonna implement this and basically all the restaurants."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And they're like, "Hey, can you come up with something for scheduling?" I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
And basically build a schedule where they enter their employees, they enter their time in, time out, and it calculates labor, it calculates cost of labor based on the pay rate and everything. They fill it out. They don't use those anymore because but it got my foot into the door.
There you go.
It got my foot into the door. They recognized me, and this restaurant was using this company I work for that does their POS.
Yeah.
And while I was in the corporate office, they're like, "Hey, yeah, so go talk to Sergio, because he did this and he did this." Like, because every time they have a technical question, I was the in-house IT guy at the office.
I'm like the IT guy right now at work too.
It's like I'm the IT guy. I'm like, okay, so then these guys from the company was like, they saw my spreadsheet and was like, wait, this guy did this? Like, yeah. I'm like, that's really smart. And so then anytime they wanted to communicate something to the restaurant or something, they would come to, hey, Sergio, we're gonna do this. You're gonna be in charge of this part of the POS and all that stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. I caught their eye. End of 2017, they had to do some cutbacks.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I was one of those. And I was like, okay, well, that sucks. But, I understand. It's like they're not letting me go because I'm not doing my job. They can't
afford it.
They can't afford it at the point. And that's fine. I hold no grudges.
Secretly wanted to burn the place down.
Nah.
Nah, playing.
No. And then so I was out of work for a while, and then I went up to them, because at some point they were like, Sergio, if you ever leave this place, you ever need something, give me a call. We got you. I'm like, all right. So I lost the job. I give him a call and was like, hey, Sergio, let me look into something and see what we can find. This was, like I said, October 2017.
Okay.
I was living with my girlfriend at the time, and we were going to stuff happen, deaths and other stuff, and her family's in Texas. Long story short, we were going to move to Texas.
Okay.
I was like, all right, I'm out of a job. I'm getting some work here and there, but you know what? I've never left California. I've been here since I was 7. Migrated over here from Mexico, and I haven't left California. But I'm like, okay, let's go to Dallas. Let's go to Texas. Let's start something new. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
As we're leaving, we pack up half of our stuff in a big truck and the other stuff in a car, because she was like, I want to do a road trip before we start our new life. I'm like, perfect. So we do a huge road trip, 2 weeks up the coast. Beautiful. If you have the time, especially now, go up the coast, California, stop wherever you can.
Yeah.
Just find spots. We found these, it's a cave of seals. I don't know what it was. And I was like, oh, this looks interesting. We pull over, we go down, and it takes us to an elevator, it takes you down to this cove, and you just see all the seals in there.
No shit.
And it was by sheer luck, because I guess 80% of the time of the year, they're all out in the ocean.
Okay.
So we show up right when it's either too cold or something, and they're all right there. So you go into the cave, and it's just hordes of just seals. I'm going, oh, this is pretty cool.
That's cool.
But yeah, we travel up the coast. We cross over to Canada, to Victoria for a day, come out, go down to cross the country to Mount Rushmore, and then we head south down to Texas.
This is the closest I've been to Mount Rushmore, bro. I love that wallpaper.
Oh, that's cool, man.
I think that just recently happened. I think the president was over there at Mount Rushmore, and
yeah.
I saw this picture on Facebook. I'm like, hey, that would make a beautiful wallpaper.
Yeah.
Obviously, the president's not on there.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't make. Not play.
No,
I'm
but
like, I gotta get there.
No, but it was fun.
That's cool.
It was and we're driving, and unfortunately, I guess things weren't going as great between me and her.
Yeah.
So we get to Dallas. We're supposed to fly back in like 3 days to go get the truck and drive back. I had to fly back because I had performance later on that week. But she has some thoughts. She's talking to her mom and whatever. She just wasn't feeling like the relationship was going anywhere. I'm going, okay. So I fly back to California, and by the way, I have no grudge against her. I have no hard feelings.
She used up your gas, bro. I do. Dude.
Oh, no. She paid for it.
Oh, never mind.
And it was her car, so.
Never mind.
Yeah. No, but I fly back. I came back in. I'm going, okay, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
I had to move back in with my parents because I have no apartment.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there. A week goes by, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. I'm sitting at home. I'm trying to unpack everything and trying to sort everything out. She basically says, take what we have, sell it. You keep the money. It's fine. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't think I've sold anything yet. I mean, I've gotten rid of a bunch of stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with this. Literally a week goes by.
Yeah.
A week after, I get a call from the company I work for. They're like, hey, Sergio, what's going on? You still looking for a job? They had no idea that I was moving.
Yeah.
Like, I hadn't talked to them for like 3 months, 4 months. No communication. Like, hey, you still looking for a job? And I'm like, actually, now that you mention it.
Yeah.
And then they tell me, it's like, oh yeah, we're looking to expand our staff. It was a staff of like 6 people, and it's still a small company.
Yeah.
So then they say, oh yeah, we can offer you this, and come on down, and we'll talk about it. I'm like, let me get back to you. And I was like, I probably could have just taken, it's like, hey, let's go.
Yeah.
Not 2 hours later, I get a text message from another boss that I had in between that when I was unemployed. I worked as a solar door-to-door salesman.
Okay.
And I sold a couple units. My boss was really impressed with me. We chatted, and then so I get a message back from him. He knows I was moving because I had to quit that job, saying, hey, I'm leaving because I'm moving. He follows up with me going, hey, how's the move going? I just want to check in. Obviously has no reason to check up on me.
Of course.
Because it's like, okay, he's leaving, like what? But he calls and checks up on me, and I'm going, well, actually, let me tell you what happened. And he's like, oh, well, I was just calling to, see how you're doing, but now that you're telling me this, I mean, I got a spot for you if you want to come back. So literally,
So now there's two companies?
I have now 2 offers for a job, and I'm going, what do I want to do? One is, an industry that I've never worked
Been into, yeah.
Like I didn't go to school for computers. I taught myself. I self-taught myself how to do that spreadsheet, Google shit, Google everything.
Yeah.
Just Google it.
Hey, I had to Google how to start a podcast.
Exactly. There's a T-shirt that says the only reason I'm in IT is because I know how to use Google better than you.
Wow. Well, speaking of that,
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned the story about this little machine right here. So this little machine right here,
Yeah.
episode 1, 2, 3, and 4 have audio issues. So I'm Googling, I'm YouTubing, I'm trying to figure out how to make this machine work where both microphones sound the same audio quality.
Right.
Why does one sound like, and I'm going to quote Valentine, why does one microphone sound like you're speaking from the back end of the microphone? So I finally just called the company. Luckily, for some reason, on a Saturday, they answered, or late in the afternoon, they answered. So I'm talking to the guy, hey, I'm doing this. I wanted to do this, but it's doing this. So he tells me, go here, do that, push this button, and then push this one. I'm like, okay, well, how come I can only hear myself on one ear of the headset? I would like to hear it on both ears. And I'm going to click on this option. And he responds, and I've never felt so stupider in my life. Stupider even a word? I've never felt so stupid in my life.
Stupider.
Stupid is a word?
I don't know. We're just
I'm
gonna
going
call
to
it
use stupider.
We're gonna call it stupider.
Valentine can make words. I'll make words.
Yeah.
He made me feel so stupid. Oh, now it is. He tells me, if you don't know how to use that machine, don't touch it. I'm like, okay. And
What?
okay, sorry. That's his response. But hey, got the audio working. So it's all that matters.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all right, man. I got the audio going. I mean,
mean-
last week's episode, for some reason, my cousin sounded louder than the rest of us. I'm like, I still got to work on the kinks. But it is what it is.
It's a work in progress.
Google is
Google
your,
anything. It's your best friend. It's your best friend.
My mother-in-law would tell me something, and then I'm like, 10 minutes later, holy shoot, you're right. Really?
Yeah.
Really, Andres? You had to Google it? Sorry, but I mean, just like, my wife, the same thing. Really? You had to Google it? Oh, sorry.
Well, I have it in front of me.
Yeah, like coffee machine.
I'm like, oh shit, we're on fire. Andy, the kids, the house is on fire. They told them not to come. They
No,
know
no,
not to come.
They know the house is on fire. They're not to come knock on the garage door if the garage door is closed. Anyways, that's funny. So, okay, so now you have two job
I got
offers.
2 job offers, but it was like, okay, do I go with a company that I have no business knowing? The only thing I have in common is restaurants.
Yes.
They work for restaurants. They basically, that's why they reached out to me, because like, hey, we have all the technical stuff. You have all the restaurant experience. We can teach you the rest.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And then this other one's like, hey, it's solar. It's door to door. It was. I'm not gonna lie. It's nerve wracking. It's like going up there, getting rejected, getting told no. It's like knocking on the doors. One day I'll go through 100 doors, and I'll get maybe one person that might be interested. And I'll come back the next day, and I'll have 5 people. And it's like it's a hit or miss. But if you can do it well, and if you're fine with the constant rejection, I mean, you can make a lot of money because it's off of commission.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm out of a job. I got a huge debt I gotta pay. I'm just gonna I'll go with the safer option. So called back my boss, and the guy said, yeah, let's meet up. I sit there, and they basically have a 2-day, 3-day crash course on internet and networking and all this other stuff, and basically show me the ropes. And it's 2 years. I've been there for 2 years now.
Okay.
And last month, I went to go visit my daughter in North Carolina.
Which we saw the
Yeah.
pictures on Instagram.
Yeah.
And beautiful kid, dude.
Thanks. But right before that, as you know, we're all working from home. It's COVID, and it's like we're working from home. I get a call or an email from my boss saying, "Hey, do you got a second to talk with me?" And
Oh, not that
boss.
email again.
And I'm going, okay.
Last time I got an
Last
email.
time I emailed, it wasn't that good. All right. Well, last time I got to go talk to my bosses in HR, that's when I got let go. But they're like, okay. And they basically said, hey, we wanted to see what you thought about taking, so I'm in a IT support. So there's a department of sales, there's support, there's technical who actually configure all this stuff. And they're like, how would you feel about managing the support team? I'm going, what? It's like, yeah.
The look on your face is priceless, buddy.
I was like, wait, say that one more time. It's like, yeah, no, we the your supervisor or the guy that's basically running as the manager of this tech team, they want him to step up and do something else, and take over some more projects. And they're like, we think you're going to be the great fit. I mean, we could hire somebody else, but you seem to know the
ins and outs.
The ins and outs. They were very impressed with me and how quickly I learned stuff and picked stuff up. And they're like, we think you know the ins and outs of the restaurant. You've now picked up the ins and outs of the tech side of it. You know, we don't see why you wouldn't excel at this. You would be responsible for basically the entire department of support, which right now there's only 3 of us.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're going to look to hire more people, and you're going to be included in that whole process. I'm going, okay, awesome. So, right, I mean, I feel for everybody else that, you know, COVID-19, it works and stuff. And I felt kind of guilty. I'm going, all right, well, I'm going to do what I can.
To add to that, my friend, I just had the same conversation with my wife yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
To add to that, but I just literally had that same conversation with my wife. 2020 has been horrible for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I feel for them. But 2020 has been financially great to us.
Right.
And you're right. I feel bad.
You feel like, oh, why am I getting this all? Everybody
But
else is...
I did. I feel bad. But you have any idea how great it was to have $1,000 sitting in my checkings account from one pay period till the next pay period, where I can say, I can put $700 into my Capital One credit card.
Yeah.
It felt great.
Right.
Again, I feel bad for all you people out there that are going through issues with COVID-19, but financially it's been good to us.
Yeah.
And,
you know, the last 2 years from my life, it's like, okay, everything's going great.
Yeah.
Got into fitness.
We see that, dude. Damn.
Thanks.
How were them donuts, though?
No, fucking fantastic. What donuts? I didn't have a donut. Shut up, Andy.
Oh, my bad.
Shut up. Tomorrow's my cheat day.
Oh, okay. Well,
No.
today can be your cheat day,
Today
not
gonna be
tomorrow.
Gotcha. All right. That means I gotta eat healthy tomorrow. Damn it. No, but
Hey, man, I've lost 12 pounds on this freaking vegan diet.
Nice,
so,
dude.
Yeah, so that donut probably be gone.
No, but it's been a great couple of years.
Cool, man. Cool.
You know,
so
like I said, after the breakup, I was upset, and
so that was a lucky charm.
I
Breakup.
think so, because well, here's what it did for me. First, it gave me motivation, and I'm not gonna lie, it probably was the wrong kind of motivation, because I wasn't like huge, I wasn't fat, but I wasn't happy with my appearance.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm gonna get in shape.
Dude,
I'm gonna show off to her.
There you
I'm
go.
like, I'm gonna say, hey, look what I look like. I'm gonna change.
Yeah.
I'm changing for like, see what she's gonna take me back. At the very beginning, I was like, okay, so I'm doing this because I was gonna see her again in July because through her stepdad, he sings in the chorus, I sing in the chorus. We have an annual competition every year.
So you're gonna be like, look at
So
this,
it's like, yeah,
baby.
exactly.
Yeah, look at these guns, baby.
But about a month into it, I'm going, I feel great.
Yeah.
I have more energy. I've lost weight. I mean, I feel great. And then I thought to myself, what's gonna happen if she's like, oh, that's not why, you know, she didn't make any like she didn't give me any reason to think that the breakup was because of my physical appearance.
Right.
So I was like, what's gonna happen if like I can't get that mindset of going, hey, I'm doing this for her, like, because what's gonna happen when she turns me down or it's not gonna happen? Like, am I gonna slump back to it?
Yeah.
So I was like, within a month after it, I had 3 months before I knew I was gonna see her. After a month, I'm going, I can't do that. This has got to be for me. I feel great.
You have to do it for yourself.
This is for myself. It's, you know, one of the things that I've known through like mantra and stuff is like, you got to be happy with yourself.
Yeah.
Don't worry about anybody else. Worry about yourself. Take care of yourself for you. Don't change or do anything for anybody else. Do it because you feel good. Do it because you want to.
Yeah.
Whether it's
Dude, I'm down 20 pounds from the year.
Nice.
This year I was at the beginning of the year I was 280. I'm at 260 right now.
Nice, dude. Yeah.
And it's like, you know, like you said, do it for yourself.
Right. Exactly.
Like my kid has to eat more vegan meals, and he felt bad because now we're eating like that, mijo. And I told him, and I'm gonna repeat myself, if I make it to 100, it's because of you, buddy.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad that we're eating like this. Again, my wife's like, oh, really? Or I'm not showing off, babe, but I did lose another pound. I'm down 12 pounds in just like 15, 16 days.
Nice.
And we've only gone like on 4 walks.
Yeah.
you're right. Do it for you because you want to. I have reasons to get healthy.
Yeah, you want to. Yeah.
I don't do it for other purposes. And I'm glad that you caught it within a month.
Yeah.
That you said, no, I'm going to do this for me, not to impress her.
Yeah.
A la chingada con ella. Anyways. But the real reason why you're here, homie, where the hell's the pizza?
What? Dude, it's,
Where's the
it's
pizza?
9 in the morning, man. You want pizza at 9 in the morning?
Okay. This guy, do you still eat? I mean, you're in shape. You're losing all kinds of weight and all this crazy. Do you not get cravings for your dad's pizza?
I do. I mean, it's because God, I can't remember the last time I had pizza.
Yeah, my kids. I told my kids I hope he brings a pizza. They're like, my son's like, Dad, I can't have cheese. So, Knott's Berry Farm takeover, 2019 Knott's Berry Farm takeover.
Christmas, yeah.
This past Christmas. You hit me up and you hit up, wouldn't had it, and you tell us, hey,
I tell Valentine, hey, come on down.
Yeah.
The pizza shop is 2 blocks from Knott's Berry Farm.
So you hit us up and you say, hey, would you guys like to come have dinner with us? And I first, asked the wife, hey, wait, what do you think about this? She goes, yeah, I mean, whatever, cool, let's go. All right, cool. Hey, can I bring other people? I just, to pay for the bill, whatever. And you're like, no, I got this. This is on me. I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, I feel bad, but okay. We get there. Your parents own the shop, and it's the freaking most delicious. I want to say words that don't even make sense. Amazing pizza ever, and I only say that about the Ventura County Toppers Pizza place. Delicious pizza. Your parents, not only was the pizza amazing, they were so humble, so nice, so. Oh, you're Sergio's friend. Like, they treated us like family, and they're so humble people. Loved them the very first day I met them, dude. Pizza, dude. Back to the pizza, dude. It's so freaking delicious. What's the secret? Never mind, family secrets. Whatever, dude. I saw the look in your face.
Google it.
Google it.
Well, not the recipe. It's not on Google, but no. We bought that pizza shop over 12 years ago, 10 years ago. It's been a long time. We purchased it from another family. We've since then tweaked it. We've played around with it. But it was their recipe. The dough's
fresh, right? The dough.
We make the dough fresh every day. We sauce. We grate the cheese. We don't buy pre-grated cheese. We buy huge blocks of cheese
and grate it yourselves.
Grate it ourselves and pop it on there. We use a brick oven. And hand tossed, nothing fancy, nothing special, no stuffed crust, no deep dish. I mean, we just do hand toss. We'll do it thin, we'll do it thick.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just a matter of changing the size of the dough ball that you use.
It was just, it was a simple pizza.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing. The slices were thick. Every bite was amazing. The kids, my wife, were like, wow, there's multiple times that I've hit you up and said, hey, bro, I think I want to drive to.
Yeah. So and it's like what, 20 minutes, 30 minutes from here?
With no traffic?
Yeah, with no traffic.
With no traffic. Because if I'm trying to go out there on a Friday afternoon, I'm going to be there for about 45-minute drive there and about an hour drive back.
Yeah.
But again, pizza was amazing. Dude, if anyone's ever in...
corner of Knott and Lincoln, place is called Papa Joe's.
And 2 blocks away from
Knott's Berry Farm.
Yep. There is a Northgate in the parking
lot. It's a Northgate Shopping Center and a Carl's Jr.
So if you guys are ever in Buena Park, hit them up, man. How are they been doing with the COVID? That was what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
How have they been doing business-wise with COVID-19?
They thought it was going to drop. They thought it was like, oh, crap, nobody's going to go out, nobody's restaurant. But more and more people are just going out. And I appreciate the people that if you have a local business, a small family business that's in your area, go to them, support them. It helps immensely. They've closed down. They closed the door. Nobody goes in now.
Right.
My dad put up a screen door. There's plastic now. He put anybody that works in a restaurant business, you'll know that every time you go into like a walk-in cooler, it's got the little plastic sheets that cover the doorway.
Yes.
To keep the cold in.
Yes.
So he had a couple of those. He cut them up, and because there was a slot where you put the through the gated door, he basically covered that up. So now it's completely sealed. It's like just pass the pizza and the money, and that's
like
it.
Like a mailbox slot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, they've been doing great. We do mainly carry out. We do delivery, but it's only through like DoorDash and Grubhub. I
asked him if it comes out here to La Puente. He says not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, it won't get here warm. That's the problem. Right. And plus, the drivers that they don't have a pizza box. I mean, our biggest pizza is 20 inches.
Yeah.
Like we had to buy a special bag, so that's why we just cut it. Some people, didn't like it, but like I said, the people there said, no, we'll come to you. We'll go get it. Oh, I have a customer who moved away.
Yeah.
And every time he's in town, he's like, oh, I gotta come here. I gotta come
delicious.
get it. I gotta come get it.
I think I want to move to Buena Park.
Well, if we get any bigger, they've talked about, hey, let's open up another one somewhere. Like, people have told them, you can go down to Irvine, Newport, charge twice as much.
Yeah.
And people will buy them going, okay.
I won't get tired
Yeah.
of saying it. They're delicious. They're
Thanks.
delicious. Again, for I think I'm up to 63 listeners.
Come down to Buena Park.
If you are ever in Buena Park, the shopping center for the North Gate, 2 blocks from Knott's Berry Farm. Plug in the address, bro.
Corner of Knott Lincoln, 8951 Knott Avenue. Corner of Knott Lincoln in Buena Park.
And it's Papa Joe's.
Papa Joe's.
Not John's.
Not John's. But, do you remember 411?
I do.
You remember 411? Okay.
I do.
Okay. So when you call 411, you say, hey, I need the name of the pizza I need this place. Papa John's. So people call Papa John's. Well, I think this is what happened. The guys on 411 would start typing Papa, J-O, and it's like, oh, here it is. And they just give them the number.
Yeah.
Papa J-O-E is alphabetically before J-O-H.
Yeah.
So we would get so many calls for Papa John's. I'm not sure if we're not going to get in trouble, right, for saying Papa John's?
You know what, bro? I think a couple other guys already said stuff that I'm probably going to get sued for anyways. But hey, let's go with
that
it.
Other place that sounds like my place.
When I want the wife and kids to forget something, I say, let's rewind back 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So what? So Papa Joe's.
Papa Joe's. But that other place that sounds like it's, people would call and it's like, oh, we want this special that we saw on TV. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, this is that. And this is already, they've gone through the orders. Like, all right, well, where are you guys at? Well, we're on the corner of Knott Lincoln. Okay, do you guys deliver? Yeah, where are you at? Perfect. Drop them off. We get a call back.
So you guys took that place's business.
Couple of them. Not a lot. But yeah, people would come back and like, yeah, I'm never going back to any other pizza shop.
It's good.
And I mean, I wish it would blow up even more because it's just my mom and my dad. I mean, it's
They're
not.
Yes. They are the only 2 in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And your mom's how old? I mean, if I don't mind asking, she's not in her 20s and she's
No.
back there freaking, hand making these doughs and stuff. And
My dad's almost 70.
yeah, and they're again humble people, beautiful people, and they welcome you with open arms.
Yep.
Well, now they can't because of COVID-19,
No,
but they are the most beautiful people I've ever met. And dude, again, plug in that address, bro.
8951 Knott Avenue, corner of Knott and Lincoln in Buena Park.
Papa Joe's. When you guys are there, swing by.
Swing by, tell them you found us on Flat Tire Andy's podcast. We'll give you a 10% discount.
Damn, look at that. Hey, so can I use that promo code or?
Yeah. I should probably let my parents know that now.
There you go. Have a talk with them after. But dude, for us having nothing to talk about this morning to having almost an hour long conversation.
It's been an hour. Jesus.
So before we end the podcast, bro, I mean, is there any final thoughts? I mean, you've been listening to my podcast. Any words for me? Any words from our listeners? Like, again, the 63 listeners? Any, like,
63?
I don't want to steal this from Jerry Springer, but any final thoughts from you, bud?
No. Let's look at the situation that we're in with nowadays. Earlier, I spoke about taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
And you got to do stuff for you that makes you happy. You got to be happy with yourself. I found this out a while back where, everybody's afraid to, ask somebody out, afraid of rejection, personal, what people think of you. And to me, it's like, rejection is not a reflection of you.
Yeah.
It's a reflection of them.
Exactly.
It's a reflection of them. If you're happy with yourself, if they turn you down, that's on them. If you're happy with how you're doing your life and you're taking care of yourself and you're happy, the hell what anybody else thinks.
Yeah.
It's their opinion. It's not going to change who you are. You can call me names. You can berate me. I'm like, if you feel that petty to knock me down or say anything bad about me, I'm like, I'm sorry. That's on you. That's not on me. So whatever you do, find something that you love to do. Find something that takes care of yourself. Do stuff for you. Don't change yourself to please somebody else. The only person you should be impressing is yourself. You want to compare yourself to somebody? Compare yourself to yourself. Compare yourself to you 5 years ago. Compare yourself to who you want to be. Look at
my shoes. Look at myself 10 years ago.
Exactly. Look at you. I'm like, you got your own podcast. I mean, you're doing great. I've listened to your podcast. I've seen the struggles that you've gone through, and it's like, look.
Some people tell me that I cannot believe that happened to you.
It's like,
They're like
nothing
people
is,
that see me, people that know me, people that I work with or whatever, listen to some of those episodes and they're like, we don't see that.
Yeah.
We don't see that person that try to
Your
kill
past
itself.
doesn't define you.
Is it? Yeah.
It's like
So-
it's past. It's what happened. If anything, it's what molded into who you are today.
Exactly.
Your past just gives you a backstory and molds you to who you are today.
Isn't there a song that says scars are there to remind you of where you've been?
Yeah.
So
Something like that.
I use my left hand,
Mhm.
this scar right here on my thumb,
Yeah.
as a reminder of where I was
Yeah.
to where I am, and I'll talk about this scar later.
Yeah.
But beautiful words, man. Thank you for being on my podcast. Like I end every podcast. Thank you for riding with me.
Thanks for the beer that I'm getting. We didn't talk about the beer, but you said I could have some beer
Yes, you do.
afterwards.
Yes,
All
you
right.
can.
No, but no, thanks for having me, man.
All right, buddy. Next time, bring pizza.
Thank you for listening to Ride With Me, the Flat Tire Indie Podcast. You can also listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean.